Hello and welcome back to what we have here is a special news report. This is Ash updating you on Ash's Garage updates. Getting the updates of Ash's Garage by Ash, me. With me on the bench, got ourselves a brew dog, and we have our resident scientist to help us get through the matter of what we're going to be discussing in the next 5 minutes. Ash, welcome. So we have a very interesting topic today. We're going to be talking about the mysteriously vanishing comment that was left on one of my previous videos. Now we have our resident scientist here to discuss this further. Thanks, Ash. So, this mysteriously vanishing comment. Let's take a look, shall we? And we'll see what you guys think about what this guy was on about. A dog goes by the name of Steve Ash commented, "Do not use a 10mm to crack it. It strips the head and you're f***ed. Buy the E12 spanner instead. Top tip. It is okay once loose to use a 10mm ratchet though. THO. The. Steve Ash." I don't know where the Ash thing came from because he is just a Steve, or a Steven, or a Seaman. We'll call him Seaman for the purpose of this. Not only is he a dog, but he's also a Now let's go back to the video and we'll see if he was actually watching. I need 12. Ooh, E12, right. How the f am I gonna get that? Managed to get this on to that. So it's an E12 that you need. See if I can turn this. There we go, right, it's made it loose. Works, yes, brilliant. You can use a 10mm ratchet spanner to work the bolts out. What a lifesaver. That is an absolute top tip right there. As you can see here, I am describing pretty much what he has said, and it is quite understandable that the comment has been deleted. I think we all know why, because the man is a moron. Now, what a There's not really much else to it. Theories also say that this comment just didn't really make it beyond a notification that I get. But we all know that the guy is a prick. Yes, he really is a prick. There's no other way to describe it. So, if you want to be a hero on my channel, best watch the videos first, instead of looking like a right arsehole in front of everyone else, you f***ing dickhead. Back to the show. Ash's
Garage updates.
Give it a like, do a subscribe.
Right, next I'm going to be removing this wheel bearing. There are some bolts at the back. Let's have a look for reference. There's one I prepared earlier. Oh, that's a stiff one too. Yeah, so 4 bolts at the back, sits like that, and the bolts come to front here. So considering I can see them, it would be rude not to give it a helping hand through the hole.
Hello and welcome to part 2 of Ash's mini-series fixing my broken E60. You've joined me after a really long piss on Steve, Ash.
One of the best pisses I've had in my life.
I'm going to crack on and get this front wheel bearing replaced. So since buying this car, my wheel bearing has been whining to the tone of Steve Ash. Unfortunately for me, this wheel bearing does not delete itself once it realises it's a stupid boy.
So here we have it. We've got a new bearing for this side, and it is a lovely make, recommended by the professionals of good OEM quality. So the bolts in the box, 18s. A bit more on that for you.
So if your wheel bearing is whining like Steve Ash in the comments section, then stay tuned and find out how it is that I got mine replaced. I'm hoping you'll learn something. We all know who doesn't learn anything. Seaman ass.
Let's try that again. Try the top one. Moving. Not moving. Fresh one of these. Oh, he's going. Brilliant. So is that. Yes. That is also going. Excellent. The last one. Jesus. Not a fan. Last one there. Let's get something good. Four of them. Becomes stuck again. It's very warm. Gonna go with the Parkside Special. This thing, I don't mind blowing up. There's no clutch on this, so it just kicks. Right, fingers. God. Very important to keep your fingers away from the trigger, from ones without any clutches, because it will bite. Now, I'll come on that fight. Now. Sort of off, I guess. Cool. Let's try and crack it manually. I don't know if because of that slack there is enough for it to lose torque in the gun. Let's see where it's really at. Ugh, hell. Fresh battery in this one then. Let's try that one there. A bit of. Oh, not my friend. Oh. Right. Jesus Christ. No. Let's get a bit of heat in it. Oh, it's beyond stuck. Won't even go back. Oh. I think the error of my ways here have been stopping the bolts from coming through. Just to show you guys as to what's going on with it. It is very annoying and frustrating for me.
Going guns blazing with the impact drivers just isn't working right now.
Stupid.
So I'm using the hammer and an assortment of other tools to try and get the last 3 out. However, all it took was a series of advanced swear words thrown at it hard to get these bolts moving. That's bolts 2 and 3 sorted. Let's crack on to number 4. Number 4 had different plans.
Oh.
It wanted to stay.
Oh. Come on. Oh, yeah.
I think it was as deaf as Steve Ashes.
Oh, it's coming then as well. One more push. Oh, hell. Oh, it's a kicker. Hell. Oh. Oh, that's on fire a bit. Oh. Let's let that cool down. Last one. Last one.
Time to die.
What happens now if I took this to it? Yeah. Well, there we have it. I'm pretty destroyed after that one, to be fair. It's taken a lot out of me. Took a lot out of my tools as well. The Parkside little special impact driver took a lot of the brunt of that, and I'm very quite thankful that I still have it. It's corded, so it lasts forever, or it lasts until it blows up. I lost the detent pin from the half drive chuck, so that is somewhere in this mess. It's probably rendered it completely useless now. Still spins, still smokes. So it was the angle grinder in the end that I had to take to this, and obviously being very mindful that I was not going to come in contact with the face of my hub itself. The bearing is f***ed. The offside bearing was replaced a few months ago before I bought the car, and it was only a matter of time before the other one's gone as well. It's definitely buggered. It's dry as air. You know. I think you know where this is going. Right, where are you? New bearing. Wow. You cannot go wrong with this. Each hole is different from side to side, top to bottom. So there is literally only one way this goes on. And it fits on with your little knob and the little hole aligned, and it's the only way the bolt holes will match up. Let's just jump right into it and get this thing locked into the car so I can move on. See the threads coming through on the bearing there to where it's tightened. Last one. Right, so they just need sending in to torque setting FT, preloaded with the 18 as they came out. And I'm going to do these bolts in a cross pattern to keep it loaded equally. There we go, right, that is all 4 of them in. I'm going to send them a bit. Oh, that's in. That is also in. That is definitely in. They couldn't be any more in right now. I am going to call that a success. Now, let's get the new suspension on.
That is coming up soon in part 3. Stay tuned for that and more.
Ashes.
Garage update.
Give it a like. Do a subscribe.